That only took a second, literally 45 seconds, but that could have been a problem. Last time I wheeled up here and forgot to do my arrive can, they pulled me over to the side. Ooh, I hate that. It takes about 20 minutes. Smoke It Out Irish Girl, very, very good today. Whispering Song. Now, they weren't gold level just yet, but that takes a lot of them. They were sick and they had some troubles, but I was super happy with what I was really worried. I couldn't really get to the bottom of it. Super happy about what I saw today with them. We actually also had a looking for my Nexus card. Actually also had a Great Mile from what's that horse's name? The Swan for All Coal. 2-4 with him. He was very good. His name's escaping me because I'm stressed out. You guys are going to get a look at Nexus right now because I'm going to go through. For those of you that are Americans that don't cross the border, got my Nexus card. Jumped the line of about 50 people. Shh, 1 second. Hey, how are you? Very good.
Where do you live?
I live in Guelph, Ontario, Canada. Cleveland. We got horses. My wife and I have horses on both sides of the border. I'm just coming back.
How long were you gone?
Just a day, I believe.
What's coming back?
Nothing.
Are you all set?
Thank you, sir. The other day, lady, not happy. Actually, there wasn't a human in the booth last time. It was just a camera. It seemed kind of weird. It was just a camera with a person in the... I forgot to do my arrive can, and she really stripped me down. Whew. Not physically, literally, but she was not very happy that I... Now, why is this not working? This Easy Pass thing is annoying me. Why can't anything just go right? Easy Pass, let's go. Doesn't want to work. There we go, got it to work. This is so dumb. So where were we? You get the whole experience, the whole border experience right there. The terror of pulling up to the border without your arrive can. It's a simple app. Once you got everything loaded up, now I have my vaccination records, my passport, my health records. You had to do that during COVID anyway to do your arrive can. Now it's a little more lax and it's held on there. So all I have to do is coming through the port of Fort Erie at 4:55. They already have my stuff on there. No coughs, no fever. Click, done. So if those of you who are out there that are worried about coming to Canada, if you're vaccinated, and if you're not, I'm not judging, but if you are vaccinated, all you have to do is load your stuff to arrive can, and they're calling for the app to be abolished, and I don't think they will. They probably put a lot of money into building that app, and it'll probably hook onto some sort of speed pass to get you through the border in the coming years, which I don't mind. I'm perfectly fine with it. Took 1 second. So you got to experience the fear of me forgetting to do my arrive can, then doing my arrive can, and it only takes 3 seconds for the most part when you go through, especially when you're back and forth as much as I am. I'm literally going back to Buffalo tonight because I'll tell you what, American or Canadian, I hate Pearson Airport so much now, and not just the masks everywhere. That's a Canadian thing. I don't care. I'm not judging anybody. No, I don't want to go into the airport with my mask on. I don't even know where my masks are now. I think there's some in the trunk in the back. Then you have to wear it on the airplane. I think now, if you're going to the States from Canada, once they close the door, I think you can take your mask off, but I'm not even positive of that. And it's not even just the masks. The lineups and the shortages, they have shortages of security guards there, and TSA, I think it's called, I don't know, it's TSA in Canada, I don't know. The equivalent if it's not, TSA agents. There's lineups forever all over the airport. Now, I would be flying international to Chicago, so I would have to get there early enough. One, there would have to be a flight at 7, and if there was, I would have to arrive there minimum 5 a.m. It's insanity. I told my wife, no, I get a 6:30 flight out of Buffalo tomorrow morning. I can drive over to Buffalo, stay at a hotel. On my pot, I'm not even going to charge anybody. Stay at a hotel. Right. Stay at a hotel, get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I already have my boarding pass. Get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, over to Buffalo, walk casually into the airport. I have that Nexus card is known traveler. Walk through the TSA approved check line, I can get from the front door to Buffalo to the gate of my airplane, if it's close to the checkpoint, 10 minutes. Now, if I stay at the hotel across the street, which I generally like to, pool's open till 11, by the way, nice hot tub. Never mind. You can walk across. You can literally, and I will, leave my car in the hotel parking lot, walk across the street into the airport. From the hotel lobby to the gate of that plane, I guarantee you I can get there in under 20 minutes. Guaranteed. 25 max. But maybe under 20. As opposed, and that from my bedroom to the Buffalo airport, it might be an hour and a half. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is 45 minutes to Pearson Airport max with no traffic from my room also, from my house also. There may be traffic at any point in the day in Toronto. Let's say, in a perfect world, there's no traffic. 45 minutes. Then you got to park. Could be $1 billion. Who knows? That might be literally for the entire day. Let's assume I can get a flight to Illinois and back in the same day. Let's assume that the mask didn't bother me, the wait at Pearson, the annoying lineups, the terrible security. And that's not to say the security is bad. There's just not enough of it. So if it was possible to do that, to get to Chicago and back to Canada, I didn't mind the lineups and the torture. And now when I fly back into Canada, I'm scheduled for random testing. Guess what? You're getting tested because of the monkeypox or whatever other things floating around. A little side note, I read a story today, and I'm very, I'm not going to say, because then you'll know politically, I don't want to get into that, a very major news organization talking about a new virus coming out of China. I can say this because it frustrates me. The symptoms include everything that you would experience with the flu. Fever, vomiting, diarrhea, potentially. Sickness. But they're monitoring it closely because people might get sick. Because nobody ever got sick before 2019. I don't understand. Every single year, I assumed at some point I would have the flu. In fact, if you go back through my Facebook, now Ollie was 3, so it was 5 years ago, maybe 6, 5 or 6 years ago. If you go back on my Facebook 5 or 6 years ago, you will see that there was a Christmas. My wife and I were so sick on Christmas Eve, we couldn't even get out of bed, both of us, on Christmas. The kids did. They were happy. You know, we drug ourselves out of bed sick, and I mean weak, feeble weak. At like 9 o'clock in the morning, went down, couldn't eat, couldn't hold anything down. The kids opened their presents. You know, we went back up to our rooms. You know, turn the TV on for the kids. If you need anything, come up. The kids were bringing us water. It was so bad that we actually got electrolytes for our water that we were drinking. 2 days we were sick. 2 days. You know, we took turns getting the kids breakfast, lunch, supper. Mostly Amy did it. I know I said turns, but to be factually correct, it was mostly Amy. But we were as sick as a dog as you could be for 2 days. Immensely more sick than I was when I had COVID, either time. Or Amy, either time. People get sick. Why do we have to focus on an illness that is the flu coming out of China? And I'm not trying to downplay COVID. I'm not one of those people to say, oh, it wasn't a big deal. Listen, it was a huge deal. And I thank my lucky stars every single day that I didn't really lose anybody super close to my family. And I know there's people out there that did. I'm not trying to downplay the severity of COVID. It shut our planet down for 2 years. A lot of people died. A lot of people's parents, sisters, brothers, whatever died. But do we really have to talk about the new waves, the new flu that's coming out of wherever? Come on. Stop trying to scare people. Jesus. Anyway, this video is going to cause me a torture. I'm going to get a million emails now. I don't know why I just don't shut my mouth. Anyway, I don't know how I got from the border to the horses training to COVID to the new virus coming out of somewhere. Don't care. Smoking Out Irish Girl trained very, very good today. Schooled very good. Whispering Song was very good today. It's on the tip of my tongue, the horse's name. Swan for All Colt, that I own with everybody. He schooled in 2-4, 2-3 to piece, 2-4. Palette was a little floppy, but we knew he was probably an EPM horse. It's easy enough to treat and stay on top of. Jason's filly qualified well, so good for him. Good luck next week in the Sire Stakes with his filly. And then also, who was the other horse? Luke went with Columbus. Bled a little bit. I talked about that. We're going to stay on top of that. Whichever way Jason and the veterinarian and Dr. Latessa decide to go, it's fine with me. I was more happy with the two fillies. Super happy with them. Happy with last night. Excited about Tactical Mounds. Guy has to warm up at 6:30. My GPS says I'll be at Mohawk at 6:31. I think my brain is just built that way. I could have left Northfield an hour earlier if I had rushed half an hour earlier. I'm literally going to get to Mohawk when I'm supposed to sign in. Oh, well, whatever. So, 2 videos. One quite a bit longer than it needs to be. Talking about a lot of foolishness I shouldn't have had to talk about. I shouldn't have talked about. But nevertheless, now you know where I stand. Things that bother me on a day-to-day basis. You want to listen to my videos? Fine. You got to listen to the good and the bad. Horses were good today. Horses were good last night. Good luck to everybody with the Tactical Mounds group tonight. Needless to say, another big weekend coming up for us, and followed by a very big weekend, our first real push at a big Grand Circuit event. I know that we raced in the Houghton. That was really cool, and we were close, 4th place, 3rd. This is the second one, so our first Canadian one, I guess, on home soil. We're going to have 4 horses in the Houghton. In case you weren't paying attention in the last couple of weeks, Carter Michael Dio will be coming to Canada to race under Ron Burke. I'm going to leave the horse with Ronnie. Dexter is committed to him. He said he'll be here to drive him. Wellwood night. Now, I want everybody to take a little lesson. One of these days we're going to be let down. When a driver says, hey, I'll drive your horse, and they don't. That's reality. That happens. Dexter has said he will drive Carter Michael Dio. Great. Landing Strip will race in the Wellwood also. Brace for Landing will race in the Wellwood also. And so will Nothing But a Dreamer. Now, for those of you who maybe thought that Nothing But a Dreamer's resume wasn't extensive enough to get him into the Wellwood, I believe his race the other night may have stamped that for you, in case you were wondering. Very nice colt. 57 last quarter and 28, 3-race win streak. Very nice colt. Deserves to be in the Wellwood. You don't have to be racing in the golds to race in the Wellwood. I think he is as sharp, as good, as fast, and as strong as almost any colt going to the Wellwood next week. So good luck to those 4. I have made my mind up, and I am going to be racing Horn Player in the Peaceful Way. Yes, she got beaten 59 to maiden. Yes, she only has a mark of 58 taken at the Meadows. I just think this is a filly that will follow speed, will learn to be a good horse. Goes against us, the way we want to race our overnights, in where they can win all the time, put them in where they can do. But when it comes to stake racing, sometimes you have to swing for the fence. You have to take a shot. Perfect example, Jim Campbell, the Hamiltonian. He was 50-1. Before the race, probably didn't look like he fit. After the race, no one cares about that. So he was holding the trophy with Todd McCarthy. They won the Hamiltonian. So I'm not trying to draw lines between Jim Campbell's horse, obviously, and Horn Player, but I still believe Horn Player has a ton of talent. A wealth of talent. I don't know how good she is. I want to put her in a position to show it. She didn't do it in the maiden. I'll be the first to admit. Yes, her blood wasn't perfect. There was some issues with Horn Player. But I think if we continue to work at the issues and put her in a position to do well, she will. It's my 2 cents. I'm going to be wrong. That is a gamble. I am going to be wrong sometimes. But I think the amount of times I'm wrong will be more than made up for by the times I'm right. So, Horn Player is going to be going to the Peaceful Way. We have 5 horses racing in major stake races next week. That is if you don't count my hometown race, the Gold Cup and Saucer. We have our boys racing Saturday. Sintra picked to win, I believe, 5-2 morning line Saturday. I haven't checked the morning line. I don't know if it's up on Patrick de Pirana, but it's pretty hard not to be lean favorable towards him. Hall of Fame driver Wally Hennessy is going to drive him, and I guess if he stays on his trajectory, potential someday Hall of Fame driver James McDonald. I don't think he's my brother and I'm proud of him, but man, he's crushing in Canada right now. He put together 4 or 5 years of that, some stake races, which he's already won, and just the kid that he is all around. Yeah, someday he will be there. So, 2 of Canada's very best drivers, both past and present, are going to be driving our horses in Prince Edward Island. By the reports I'm hearing, they're all happy, tucked in, feeling good, sharp, and still classy. So, good luck to everybody in PEI in the eliminations. As far as the final, everybody keeps asking me, when are you coming? Are you coming? I don't know. I don't know if I can make it to PEI. I'm from there. I'd love to get there, but I'm focused on the stable.ca right now. If my schedule allows me to be in Prince Edward Island next weekend, I'll be there. That's as far as I will take that. Take care. I apologize for the rambling. I was due for a good ramble. See you later.